Hey, so I started playing Call of Duty again yesterday, and it's because of most games that I played has a little bit of Call of Duty in it, and the recent games that I played is Metal Gear 5, Phantom Pain, and Tomb Raider. I'm not sure what year Tomb Raider was released, but it's the Tomb Raider that's not in a PlayStation 1. It's the Tomb Raider when she's using a bow and arrow in the cover. But anyways, it seems like now I'll just like assume that it's probably like the same people making Call of Duty, and most games today. It's probably in a different name, but like sometimes it's just a different name. It's the same person, just a different username. I think of it that way. But anyways, it was a it's really like it's really amazing that like how maps are made, like let's say like a like if remember the small camps and the large camps in Metal Gear. Like everything is leveled, like from your hip, and then and your torso. Like when you walk around the map, the fence is just the right height where it only shows your torso or your head, or like like a box or a steel barrel, like just laying down there, like you use it to cover yourself, and it's just the right height for your, again, like when you're crouching, it only shows your head, and you can aim while using it as a cover. Like everything can be used like that. When you stand, it only shows half your body, and then there's the buildings, like the windows, like it's the right height too when your hip or your head is like the only thing is showing. you know, like if you take out the extra stuff that's made to make that building or map. Let's say like you take out the you know, the things on the table, like the plants on the floor, the cans on the floor, like, you know, like random debris, you know, everywhere. If you take that out, it will look like blocks of you know, it's gonna look like Call of Duty. But like without that, then it's just gonna look like boring. Not like boring, but like, well, it is gonna be boring because it's just gonna look like, you know, blocks and like squares and rectangles and stuff. That's the only thing you're gonna see. I mean, yeah, oh yeah. You know, when you play like when you watch a movie and the person, when when a person goes into a video game, like things like that. We got a lot now. We got a lot of that now these days, and you just see like lines of blocks and all that stuff. It's gonna look like that, but you don't want to play a game that just looks like that. You know, I like. But it's kind of like interesting to see how like maps are made. And just I don't know how it's made, but like I think what they do is you make that thing, you know, the squares and the squares, the rectangles, the buildings, you know, the large squares, and the buildings and the windows and all that stuff. And you make that first, and then and then probably like you paint the walls cement gray, and then you know, red for bricks, and you know, all that stuff. So after the squares and the rectangles and all that stuff, you just paint it whatever color you like, right? And then after that, you just, you know, probably like put like bullet holes on it, you know, like random bullet holes, random cracks on the wall, you know, like probably like random like graffiti spray paint or something like that. You put random posters and pictures on it, burn marks, you know, you just like you know, probably like throw ash on the wall and some things like that on the floor. So you got that now. And then I think what they do next is just like add random stuff, like you know, like on top of the square or rectangle that you just painted, and then like you know, put like details on it. You put like, you know, cans and then like TV, newspaper, like random stuff like that, and then like, you know, and after that probably like put random trees outside, you know. And then the trees is, you know, it's just random cylinder shape, you know, Yeah, like random cylinder shape, like probably like 3 or 4 squares tall or something like that. And you make guards, right? And then the guards move in a certain way. They call on the radio. They have like, you know, like high accuracy, like, you know, they hip fire from a sniping distance. And then you put it, and what's even like interesting is this is like, you know, I mean, like, it's not like to the point like it's really like, you know, like, it's not like one of those games that you place the guards, or, you know, the thing, you know how like Mario goes, where you put the turtle in, I mean, not like you put your turtle, like the turtles are in a certain place, and you know, they're, you know, the plant, you know, that goes up the pipe. And you know, like the stepping stones, like to reach certain places in just right amount of height. Like, it's not like the guards in Metal Gear are not placed to the point that you need to make this certain shot. I mean, like, it can be made like that, but it's just like, I think it's just way too much effort to, you know, like, make it like that. But I mean, it's fun enough. Let's say like probably like 2 guards at the gate, you know, I mean, like, you know, like one at the you know, like watch post and stuff, and probably like 2 or 1 guards like walking back and forth to the gate, to the watch post, like things like that. You know, like you just need to like shoot one down at the right moment, at the right time. And but it's not made like super tight that there's no room for error. I mean, it's not like when you know, when you shoot one guard down, and then the one that's walking back and forth like shows up like a few seconds later. I mean, like, it takes, I mean, like, there's a lot of room. It's probably like a good minute, you know, or more, for that guard to, like, you know, see the dead body and use the walkie, right? So yeah, so Metal Gear, yeah, I think it's really well made. I mean, I think it's not just Metal Gear. I mean, like, in most video games that we play right now, it's made like that. And yeah, the campaign mode and stuff, the way it's written. I'm not like, I mean, like in Metal Gear, I mean, like you can go like really into detail of like what happens in Metal Gear. I think they like like, I think it's written like like this happened from Metal Gear 3, and then like, so that's the reason why this is like that in Metal Gear 1, and and Metal Gear 2, and then like 4 and 5, like the timelines and stuff like that. Like I don't want to like like I just play Metal Gear because it's Metal Gear, you know what I mean? Like if anything, to make it easier for me, I just think of it as just like it's the same cast, just like different clothing. Like Snake is like dressed up like this now. It's like 1970s and stuff like that. And then Ocelot looks like this and dressed up like this. I mean, still the same dude, but the difference is just like he uses a shotgun now, and he's on. He's working together with Snake now, and same with I'm not sure, but like I think we're talking about Metal Gear 5, all right? Phantom Pain. So Miller is probably like Liquid Snake, but they're still in the like I think this is like the newest Metal Gear that I played is the Metal Gear 5 Phantom Pain. I think the only one is there that I know is like in most Metal Gear is Snake, Otacon, Liquid Snake, or Miller. They're the same person. And Ocelot. Meryl is gone. I think the closest female character that we have in Metal Gear 5 is the sniper Quiet. And yeah, we got a few new characters. Is the kid that looks like Miller, the African kids that's been rescued and stuff, and the dog, and the dude in the wheelchair. And then for the villains, it's different every time. Every Metal Gear has different villains, but one thing is the same for the villains is that there's the main boss, and then there's probably like 5 or 6 small bosses that's like you need to go through them in order to get to to the main boss. And yeah, so I don't know much or too well about like like things about Metal Gear, like how how certain things end up like that because of this Metal Gear at this time. Like I can't explain Metal Gear like that. If anything, it's just the same cast, different clothing. Different face because of it's not the same year. It's probably like they started in like the early 60s or something, or 40s. So different clothing, different face. I mean, they're the same people. It's just like they don't look the same, and they're not gonna look the same in every single like Metal Gear because it's a different time. Different guns. I mean, I think it's the same gun. Like I think in every Metal Gear, like they all start with a tranquilizer gun or something, or just a regular pistol with the silencer on it. Same thing. The radio. Metal Gear is they're known because of the radio thing. So what's different about a Metal Gear Solid 5 from the rest of the Metal Gears is that like the main boss died halfway in the game. Like that rarely happens in most games or like most movies too. Like if anything, ain't like the main boss supposed to like die at the end, and then the world is saved after that. Things like that. It's so he died like halfway. So I was wondering. I mean, there's like one boss left. But if anything, I think of it as more like like one of the small boss, like under the main boss, right? So we're gonna make a video after that once we finish once we keep playing Metal Gear. So like we're probably like a little bit past half. So yeah, well, if anything, the most recent thing that we did in Metal Gear is that the main boss dies, after we fought the newest Metal Gear. Was, yeah. So I ended right there, and then we started playing Tomb Raider after that, because like I don't know, it just felt like it's the right time to play Tomb Raider, you know, like halfway in Metal Gear. Because, well, I didn't make videos, but I used to like play other games way before Metal Gear 5, but I just didn't record it, you know. And it kind of like, you know, like there's just something off with it when you play a video game and then you finished it and then you're gonna start a new one. It's kind of like, I like it better when we're making videos, like it keeps on going, right? Instead of like you finish a video game and then like probably like stop for a month and then just thinking about playing the next video game and things like that. I think it's better right now. I think I did it right when you know, like at the right time, like like halfway in Metal Gear, that's like, you know, we've been doing that for like what, a few months, probably like 3 months, and then like 3 hours a night or more. So that, you know, that's a really, yeah, that's a lot. And you know, we're making new guns too. I mean, like the guns that we used in game is not really like, well, there's different guns in games, but like I never used a scope that measures the distance. That's like really something. And anyway, so but we played Tomb Raider, but we're already like at the end of Tomb Raider, way before you know, and then we still have a long way to go for Metal Gear 5. Well, we can end Metal Gear 5 right away, but it's, I don't know, I think it's better the way we do it, instead of like doing the main missions and just ending the game right there. If anything, we're just like doing like small quests and stuff, and like, you know, doing like, you know, like different ways to you know, like different ways to finish to do small quests. I haven't done this first, but I was thinking of like, what if we don't have a sniper rifle? What if we don't have a silencer? You know, there's this one main mission that we did recently. Like, you get dropped off with nothing. So basically, you need to like sneak up to someone and strangle them to pick up their gun. You know, that's the very first thing you do. And I mean, that's another thing too that's really hard to do in Metal Gear. Like, yeah, what if you don't really have a silencer? I mean, like, because like the main thing about in the game is that you need to like sneak through the guards and stuff. I don't really know how to do it without using the silencer, because you know, just I guess it's really possible if you really try, but it's really difficult, and it's really tempting to use a gun. Yeah, I was thinking just like maybe it's meant to, like, you know, you move around this small, you know, medium camp. Let's talk about the medium camp. Like, you have yourself crouched there. I mean, like, you're moving like crouch speed, you know. So basically, like half your like your jogging speed, not sprinting, but like, you know, your regular speed, right? I don't see it like that, like, but I think how the you know, the map was made, or the camp was made, is that like you have to like really, you gotta sneak through them, but it's gonna look like you're like, it's gonna be like really close. So there's gonna, you know, say like where there's a guard that's just walking back and forth from the guard that's from the watch post, and then to the radio, and then to the machine gun with the sandbags. And yeah, well, I'm not sure if it's still made like that for Metal Gear 5, but like in other Metal Gears, I'm not sure if it's Metal Gear 4, but it's most likely Metal Gear 4, where, well, I saw a video. It's probably like a video that says like how to finish this map or stage without being seen, right? And so I was trying to do that, not actually, but you know, I end up like using the gun with the silencer again. But like, Maybe I'm just thinking maybe it's not like that anymore for Metal Gear 5. Maybe it's only for Metal Gear 4. Because like another thing that I noticed in games is that like, well, that's like for most games. There's gonna be like main things that you still like do the same thing. Like you go prone and then you crawl. You go crawl into a tunnel, like a small tunnel and stuff like that. You go flat behind the wall to avoid the camera. You go in the box. So like there's that. And then like there's that thing like throughout the Metal Gear. And then like let's say like for example, Call of Duty. There's in Modern Warfare 2, there's the grenade launcher, and then there's the stopping power pro and things like that, and the sleight of hand, like basic stuff, like the scavenger perk also makes you pick up grenades too. So there's that. And but for Call of Duty Black Ops 4, there's no grenade launcher. You don't pick up the grenades when you're scavenger. Like the sleight of hand reload. It's an attachment now. But like it's still Call of Duty. I mean, like it still plays like Call of Duty. Is just like So back to the thing. So yeah, so maybe Metal Gear 5 is not meant to like completely sneak around without being seen and finish the mission. Maybe you actually need to use the guns now, right? Alright, so I'm just gonna finish the video right now, and then I'll see you on my stream, and we're gonna make another video later or tomorrow. Oh yeah. Okay, so I'll see you in my stream later.